Hi and welcome once again to today's video. Today we will create line number 6. But before that I realized I made a small mistake when creating line 1T. And that is that I forgot the stop of Aleksanterin Teatteri, which actually exists only one way. I created it two ways because why not? But it does only exist one way. Now the issue with line 6 is that a couple of weeks ago it was put on an exceptional route. So I will once again have to use quite a lot of sources to get it to the right route. Or to manage to run the full route. However, that will not stop me from trying. And we will start from Eira, once again here in southern Helsinki. And when I said earlier that there is a reason why I created this stretch of track here as a double track, the reason is coming out now. Because line number 6 starts its trip from here. It will be extended later because this entire cape here is a former seaport and industrial area, and it will be rebuilt into apartments at some stage. So also at that point the tram line will be extended to serve this area. But so far the area has not been rebuilt, and I don't think we'll ever get to that point in this save. The line will stay as it is when once I complete it, because I will then move on to other projects. But yes, so nevertheless, the terminus will be here at the moment, as it is. And the other side of the loop will be there, and then we'll just put in the signaling. Like I said, I'm not really sure if this is needed. I hope somebody at the game studio is watching me, but I think they have better things to do, as this game luckily develops rather rapidly. The following stop, okay, it's over there. So that means it's Munkisaari, Munkholmen, and it will be located over here, which is actually evident from the way the roads curve apart. But once again, the start of the line is fairly easy. There will be very little changes to the network, and then when we get to the other end of it, then the changes will really start. And this line also requires quite a number of stops being created, so I actually do expect quite a long video. But I expected it with line 1, and I was, well, I was positively surprised that I could actually build the line pretty quickly. So let's hope it will be the case with this video also. So it shares this tiny stretch of track with line number 1, and now I must repeat standard line number 1, not line 1T, which is a different thing. It shares another stretch of line with that line. Then the following stop over here is called Telakan Puistikko, and it is right next to a park with the same name. So let's put it in there. There you go. And this is where lines... Oh, no, wait a second. This is something that happens from time to time with this game, and it's a clear glitch. if you build tracks in a way the game doesn't appreciate, it will turn the way the crossings are made, and that causes issues. But luckily I noticed it this time and no issue came. Now from that stop it actually joins line 1T, which is fairly nice and once again makes things simple for now. Wonder what the bus line is which has appeared in there, but okay. I can't recall a bus line because there is a bus line running here for some reason. I don't know what the reason is. But then line 6 joins this awful crossing over here, which doesn't look very nice or simple, but it does run. This stretch all the way to the railway station, where it then continues here, and it follows the route along line 3, except the difference is now here in Hakaniemi, because line 3 turns left towards the hills, and line 6 doesn't. Line 6 one second, I will need to find the line because the line is at the moment split in two because of reparations at this bridge called Pitkäsilta over here. But now that I've found the real route, let's see where we'll place the next stop. It's Haapaniemi and it's right next to the big football field. So there. Very well. And while I'm creating this part of the track, I must say line 6 is not the only line using it, and it were merged with line 1 for a short while here in Sörnäinen, but there is another stop between Haapaniemi and Sörnäinen, and that's called Lintulahti, and now I will just have to check the way it's spelled in Swedish. This is really embarrassing. It's supposed to be my other language, but I never remember if it's Lintulahti Fågelvik or Lintulahti Fågelviken. Both would be possible, but so there. I should actually promote these videos for people who have difficulties getting sleep, because I don't know whose idea it was to start streaming building game videos, but as you can see, a lot happens all the time and nothing happens all the time. So that's it. And now we just merge the rails with this stretch of track here. And this is also the trunk route of all buses leaving the city center. So there will be a huge, and I repeat, there will be a really huge amount of traffic on this stretch of road. I will not build separate lanes for the buses. I will let them use the tram tracks because why not? Once again, why not? But instead of turning here like number 1, number 6 takes its way here. There is no station like this. These are just platforms to the nearby Lautatarhan katu stop. There we go. Oops, that's not what it was supposed to be. So there and there, and that's a nice crossing we have over there. Probably works, or then maybe not. After that, the next stop is... Oh, there actually is... There actually is a stop over here, yes. So it's by the school, right. Mm-hmm. Now, I actually wonder why the selection is called build selected blueprints at the moment and not build all blueprints, because if I would need to build just the selected blueprints one by one, this would be a nightmare. So let's see if I can get the right options back. But before that, let's just create the lines. The next stop is once again very familiar to me. I used it a lot when I was living in this area. Like I said, I used this stop, I used this stop. But I am no longer living in the area, so forget about it. There is a massive tram depot. Oh, now I see. I see what I did there. Huh. I've never known such an option existed. I mean, really. That's marvelous. Ugh. Well, you learn new things every day, don't you? And then there is still one more stop very close on the other side of the crossing, and then we have just 5 more stops, and then this line is actually created. I don't know why I was under the impression that these tram lines would be sort of heavy to create and would take time, because they don't. I mean, creating them is really, really smooth for me at the moment. Now there's a bigger weight here, because there's originally been an industrial railway going under the bridge to the seaport. I will not be recreating that railroad, because I'm basically not interested in railroads which will not carry passengers. And because there were no passenger ships departing this former industrial seaport area. I will not be creating that track. However, maybe I should create the former harbor track running through here, because there actually are passenger ships departing this area. No, I won't. They can use public other forms of public transport. I will not. I will not let them do that. Just drive a train straight to the seaport. Now the next stop is over here. And I must tell you, a lot of buses continue this way, and also a lot of trams, because there is another massive tram depot over here by the Annalankenta, is the grey area behind it. I'm not sure if you see my cursor, so that's why I'm explaining things the stupid way. And the tram lines in the evening quite often are equipped with the letter H, and that means they are heading towards the depot. But as my trains never stop, I will not be doing the depot lines. The buses also continue that way, and this is a pretty intense part of town actually, because buses, this crossing separates buses going to the north and going to the east. The ones going up north head left, and the ones going to the east head right. And as you can see where this is going, well, that's a sneak peek. Let's put it that way. We will get to the buses. I promise you, we will get to the buses. And then we have this strange train stop just after the campus stop. Yep. And there we go. I just said we had 5 stops left. Now there are probably 3 stops left. And then this line is created. Yes, that is no. Actually, we have 2 stops left. The stops in this area of town are not as close to each other as they are in the city center. So that explains it. And the funny thing is, I can still, while creating these stops and routes, I can see them in front of my very own eyes. I can see what's happening. I can see what the surroundings look like, because I've taken them so many times. So it's basically like creating your hometown lines. Wait till we get to my other hometowns. I have lived in quite many places, and I have a lot of memories from those places, but now we are in here, and the end stop is, let me see, it's in front of the park, and it's right over here. It's a single stop, but I will make it a double stop so that the passengers can disembark before the tram goes to the loop. I am, of course, only thinking about the best of my passengers, not willing to make things easy for me. Right. And from here, let's make it a single track. and there is a loop in here. And there is actually a store in here. I cannot quite often remember when I boarded the train at the terminus. I've done it several times. I just can't recall why. But I can several times remember buying something from the store right next to the stop if the wait was long. But now, if I am correct, and I don't have any reason to believe I am not correct. The line is ready. The tracks have been built. So let's build it and let's see if I can manage to create line number 6. And if the line actually works. That's an even better question. Now, there we go. Like I said, it starts from here, and then let's just add the stops, or let's just add the new stops and the old stop, and then this new section between the two familiar ones. There we go. And now I hope I managed to put it to the right stop at the railway station, because it wouldn't be fun to try to drive this thing to the metro without actually being able to drive this thing to the metro. There is no connection, but I think I made it, and now I'm on my way back, and the number of lines I actually will be creating in the tram world is getting less and less and less, because this was a surprisingly quick operation. I mean, I expect to spend around 40 to 50 minutes each line, but I guess I've done this so many times now that it's just a quick operation. Of course, creating the newest tram line, which is running, or actually the second newest tram line, which is running, that will take time, because there is a, how would I call it, a special tram. It's not really a special tram, but it's running outside the central network. It's running in the suburbs, in a sort of loop around the capital, or Helsinki city center, and it's really long. It's called an express tram, but running it from one end to another actually takes, I think it takes more than an hour. So that is going to be a long line, and that's going to be costly, but so far I will not have to care about it. So far I can just concern myself with building these lines, except for the fact that I will need to get some funding from somewhere pretty shortly, because the 1 billion loan I was given at the start of this game is now spent. But I will have to check my options at this point. So let's see if I will actually continue building tram routes, or will there be something else? I don't know. You will find out in the next episode of line 169. Until then, bye!